Alrighty guys, welcome back to Star Wars Review. Today is a weekly Star Wars recap for August 12th, 2024, which this past weekend, Disney held the D23 event, and there was some Star Wars news. Not a crazy amount, but some, and so I'll kind of be going through all of that, along with some more Star Wars Outlaws news, which came out. But first, I need to jump into the new releases. Starting off with the stuff that came out last week, there was The High Republic Phase 3 Issue 10, The High Republic Adventures Phase 3 Issue 8, and Inquisitors Issue 2, which I didn't read any of those. But coming out this week is The High Republic The Edge of Balance Volume 3, which come out August 13th, 2024. And then Darth Vader Issue 49 will come out August 14th, 2024. But let's jump into the news, which, like I said, the D23 event happened, and there was some Star Wars stuff. First, there was a trailer for Star Wars Skeleton Crew, the next Disney Plus series, which this was publicly released. And I should have a trailer breakdown either already out or it'll be my next video. But the trailer kind of sets up what the show will be about, the feeling of the show, you know, showing the four main characters who are kids and they find a spaceship and they get lost in the galaxy. But it also shows Jude Law's character, Jod Nanawood, who we see maybe using the Force at the end of the teaser trailer. But alongside the trailer, there was a new poster and confirmed that the first two episodes will premiere December 3rd, 2024. But then there was some stuff for Andor Season 2 shown, which I guess they showed a sizzle reel, which wasn't publicly released online, but it was leaked with some cell phone camera footage, which the sizzle reel has the cast and crew talking about the journey of the characters and the story and how all of it will wrap up with this second season, which we see the return of most of the cast from Season 1, including Saw Gerrera. But the biggest thing from the sizzle reel was revealing that Director Krennic, played by Ben Mendelsohn, and K2SO, played by Alan Tudyk, will be returning in Season 2, which they played the characters in Rogue One, which I'm pretty excited to see those two return. Definitely because I'd say they're two of my more favorite characters from Rogue One, but definitely seeing those actors who I both really enjoy from not just Rogue One, but other movies and shows and whatnot they've been in, you know. But seeing them in Andor, and with how great Andor Season 1 was, and kind of see where they can take their characters even more in this show. But as of right now, it seems like Andor Season 2 will be the only big live action release for Star Wars in 2025. Obviously, there will be some episodes of Skeleton Crew releasing in early January, but I think it'll only end up being 2 episodes, so not really that much. It's definitely more of a end of the year 2024 show. And honestly, just in general, seems like Andor Season 2 might be the only Disney Plus thing releasing in 2025 for Star Wars, as currently there's no announced animated show or anything set to release next year. Unless something gets announced in the next couple months for animation, I just seems like there probably won't be anything outside of the Young Jedi Adventures series, but that's a Disney Junior show, what also releases on Disney Plus. But obviously maybe they just kind of want Andor Season 2 to really stand alone, to have a lot more attention on it because of how great Season 1 was, and I'm assuming Season 2 will be great also. So yeah, but obviously 2026 we'll see the release of The Mandalorian and Grogu, the first Star Wars film since 2019's The Rise of Skywalker, which they did actually have a very rough trailer for it shown, which once again wasn't released online and was only leaked with cell phone camera footage, which obviously that's how I watched both of these for the Andor and Mandalorian and Grogu stuff. But the rough trailer has, very unfinished CG elements and whatnot. But it does show Din Djarin and Grogu in like several action scenes. There's like a POV shot from a mouse droid, which was pretty cool. The footage also shows that they might have acquired a new Razor Crest, but we do see that Zeb is flying it, so maybe it's Zeb's Razor Crest, and they're just kind of flying with him. Who knows? But the big final shot from the trailer was Mando and Grogu riding on a walker on a snow planet, and then they come across a few AT-ATs, which was pretty cool. Obviously, that was mostly CGI. It was obviously very rough looking, but I am excited to see big scale action again, which is something that has been missing from some of the Disney Plus series. There's a couple moments in The Mandalorian and also Ahsoka, but not really that much. Not on like scale of the movies and whatnot. So I am excited to have that return. But they did reiterate that it will release May 22nd, 2026, and that they started filming a few weeks ago. So seems to be off to a good start, and will most definitely make that release date. In fact, it could be something that even gets pushed up a little, like it comes out sooner. But I assume they'll probably end up just sticking with that current release date. But obviously Disney showed a bunch of other stuff for all their other series and studios. Obviously Marvel had some stuff, which similar to Lucasfilm. There wasn't anything super duper crazy. They did have a trailer for Daredevil Born Again, which wasn't publicly released but leaked online, which that looks great. Very excited for that Marvel show. They also kind of teased the Fantastic Four costumes, which we see Human Torch. What's the actor's name? I forget the actor's name. He was playing Human Torch. He was recently in that Quiet Place spinoff, which I enjoyed, but I enjoyed him in that. I honestly forgot his name, but you see him wearing the costume, which I quite like. It's very, simpler, a lot more colorful, which I do think is something that always has been kind of lacking with superhero costumes and whatnot. So I am excited to see a superhero movie kind of go for that more, simpler, colorful vibe. But that movie I am interested because it just started filming and it's going to release July 2025, which like to compare to The Mandalorian and Grogu, which also just started filming, but that is supposed to come out like a full year later. So I do wonder if Fantastic Four, if the release date will be delayed maybe to November 2025. But either or, I'm still very excited. There's also a once again leaked with cell phone camera footage, a kind of not really trailer, I guess more like test footage for the movie, which if that's what the vibe of the movie's going to be, I'm really into it. So honestly, if what they're really going for, probably one of my most anticipated Marvel movies in quite some time. But Marvel I think had some other stuff, but there was also a title reveal for Avatar 3, which is Avatar Fire and Ash, which I'm very excited for that one. I loved Avatar and Avatar The Way of Water. I never watched Avatar 1 until right before the second one, The Way of Water came out. And, I ended up really enjoying the first one. Really liked the second one when I saw that in theaters. And obviously I've watched both of them multiple times since then. So very excited for the third one. Probably my most anticipated movie of 2025. Very excited for it. But obviously there was also some Disney animation and Pixar announcements. really the biggest announcement of the entire thing was that they're making Incredibles 3. But, just in general, I felt like Pixar had the most interesting stuff, I guess, with more announcements. They announced another original Pixar film, which I forgot the title of. And, just felt like there's a little more variety with Pixar's announcements, where everything else was just more very sequel focused. And honestly, I didn't really care for much else out of the stuff I mentioned. So, yeah, but obviously, this channel is Star Wars. Just kind of wanted to talk about some of that stuff briefly. But like I said, I should have a trailer breakdown for Skeleton Crew, either already out or it'll be my next video. But to get back to Star Wars, there was some Star Wars Outlaws news, which Outlaws is the upcoming video game from Ubisoft, which will release at the end of the month, which for some time now we've known that there will be expansions for the game released later on, which we now have details on the 2 expansions, which the first one will be titled Wild Card and will release fall 2024, so not too long after the game releases. But there is a short description which says, Kay is hired to infiltrate a high-stakes sabacc tournament, but as she crosses paths with the notorious gambler Lando Calrissian, she soon learns that another game is being played. So yeah, obviously seems like the setup is sabacc focused, which we do know you will be able to play in the game, which we also know you will be able to play against Lando, but I assume this DLC will have him be more of a central character to the story. But the second DLC will be titled A Pirate's Fortune, and it will release spring 2025, so a little bit further away. But the description says, the Trailblazer's reputation precedes Kay as she runs into veteran pirate Hondo Ohnaka, who's looking to settle old scores with a ruthless gang of pirates. Which I'm excited to see Hondo again. He's always a fun character. I'd assume Jim Cummings will return to voice him again, which I think the last time Hondo has appeared in something outside of publishing stories is at Galaxy's Edge in the Disney parks. So it's been even longer since the character has appeared in an animated story. So, excited to see him again because of that, and to hopefully have Jim Cummings return to voice him. But, I am kind of surprised the character hasn't appeared in any of the other recent shows like The Mandalorian or even the animated shows like The Bad Batch, because he is a character I feel like would fit in, The Mandalorian or would have fit in The Bad Batch. But I am happy to see him return in Star Wars Outlaws, as, like I said, always enjoyed him. He's always a very fun character, so excited to see him in a video game. But that's all we know for now. Obviously, I assume when those expansions get closer to release, we'll learn more about them. But obviously, the main game comes out at the end of the month, and I'll be doing a full playthrough of it and whatnot, so check all that out then. But in the meantime, you can check out my trailer breakdown for Skeleton Crew and everything else to do. But I've been Star Wars Review. I'll catch you guys in the next one.
New scoundrel. We meet at last.
What do you want?
Zarek Besh. They're new, rich, and lethal. You crossed their boss Slero, and now he wants you gone. Rob his fortune and buy your freedom.